Cave Johnson here. It's Dota time.
A Manta style, usually that's the build-up. I don't know if that's changed though, because illusions don't mana burn as much as they used to now. So I am quite curious as to what the build-up is going to be here for Jikroy after Battle Fury. So I'm going to keep my eyes posted for that. Seems like down bottom, Nico's in some trouble. No one charges for him to work with because he doesn't have one. And First Blood goes the way of the Anti-Mage. Iron Shell creeps running behind the AM. Illuminate coming through. Jikroy dropping very low, but does have a full wand. Will use it now. Mid lane though. Oh, I turned my attention away for a moment, and there's the Lul coming in with the dead shot. Helps area if he ends up winning some of these matchups that he's supposed to lose. As Ollie in the mid lane, he did use the Icarus dive earlier while he was scouting the rune, so didn't have it for this. Boots finished here for Nico. 7-minute Wisdom Shrine. Seems like Jikroy wants to go for this. He does have help coming in from Any Dream to Lul and Varish, but he blinked into this one. No blink for him for another second. It doesn't matter though. He is able to blink out. The Storm in some trouble, getting silenced by the calling. He really needs to get out, but he's got the wand. He'll be able to heal up. And courtesy of the numbers bought by Grindback, they will protect their Wisdom Shrine. Think it is a lot of health regen for the early game. 18 health regen is no scoffing matter. And perhaps on a hero like Primal Beast, who naturally has a super high strength gain, it might be okay. But I feel like they've got enough damage on the side of Grindback to kill off this Primal Beast. Gotta hold on to that shot. Jikroy, he dove really far for a Cordle, and now the Storm comes in, finishes him off. Now that there's no mana void, Nico dropping low. Another slight will do it. Any Dream gets the kill. Then Ollie, looks like he will also die. REKONIX just bringing the numbers. All 5 heroes in the enemy triangle. Well, not all 5, all 4 heroes in the enemy triangle. Minute 8 into the game. And gentlemen, yeah, like I was saying earlier, my PC was having some issues. Gonna have to hold on to that thought. No time to complain, because up top, Kenny's in a world of trouble. He's taken out by the Primal Beast and the Muerta, and now the Ember chasing forward for more. His Q left alone. No foe staff, no heal, no help. No one is coming to save the old pervert. Keeper of the Light taking. I also think that you can't play this hero without Aghanim Scepter, so I'm glad to see he's queued that up. I don't think there is a world in which you can ever go, you know, Battle Fury Manta Butterfly like you potentially could sometimes in the past, as the Crystal Maiden will be found in the mid lane. But, yeah, that went to dodge, learning how to flash farm, learning how to keep tabs on enemies' mana is down bottom. 23 Savage actually caught by the CM and revealed by the dust. Just to be a bit careful. And your Dream's gonna get the chains off. There is help coming in, but it might be too late. There's the mana void coming in from afar. You can see Jikroy, he wants to keep his distance from the Tiny. He's afraid of getting smacked in the face and having his HP pool deleted, so the Primal Beast will deal with him. The egg comes in, and the egg, it gets dealt with very quickly. Scrambled eggs for breakfast. Who wants some? Me please, I'm hungry. Jikroy now blinking forward, looking towards Ken, who's got very low mana. The AM giving chase, and Grindback, well, certainly gonna get their backs broken by this Primal Beast. It's a big problem. Fortunately, it's not picked up the Aghanim Scepter yet. It's 19 minutes in, and only just now has he completed the Manta style. He's up top. Okay, they're gonna try and go for the Muerta, but the Muerta survives. Vacuum Wall comes in, though, finishes her off, and now they're trying to run away. REKONIX, they might have overextended a little bit here. Mana Void prematurely used just to try and run. The Storm is still giving chase, though, and well, can he get off the last right click? Yes, Ken commits the last remaining bits of his mana, gets the kill. In the meantime, FPZ on the back line trying to fight 23 Savage. He will do so before he falls. But man, Grindback, they fight back hard after losing the 4 earlier, now get 4 in turn. FBZ though up top. Looking to find Q on the Keeper of the Light, who's a little bit too far out. And he will be taken out. FBZ with the last right click does the job. And Any Dream looking to chase Ollie. Ollie does have a Yule Scepter on the Phoenix. The Anti-Mage shows up though, and well, that should be the death of Ollie. Okay, Icarus dive, egg. 2-man avalanche toss. The toss is out to the Anti-Mage. He can't blink away because he blinked it, and the Ember's gonna go down too. Oh, they got greedy here for Ollie. What a call to press the egg. tells his teammates to come. Like, yeah, let's just take the Tormentor, you know. While we here, might as well. FBZ, gonna go for the Shiva's Guard next here on the Primal. And Ken, he's actually gonna zip in. Oh, vacuum out onto 5 along with the Electric Vortex. It's only a one-man Vortex, so he doesn't have the hands yet. And there's the Pulverize. They've taken out the 2 supports. The Tormentor has not been finished up. And looks like Grindback are going to be able to take the Tormentor from underneath the noses of REKONIX as they lose 3. Double damage rune picked up here by Nico. The death shots there along with the chains. FBZ goes in with the onslaught. They want to try and kill off this Darkseer, but he's got the consecrated wraps. Not that easy a target to find. Ken zips in, puts an end to the freezing field, and Ollie is going to let go of the egg. They're going to find the Crystal Maiden to start things off here, Grindback. Question is, do they want to go for more? They do have the BKB here on the Tiny, but smokes out by both sides. Grindback and REKONIX both want to try and get the upper hand for Roshan. Here, Smoke's going to break. Ken's going to zip right in. They're going to spot out the Crystal Maiden, take her out first. There's FBZ going in with the Pulverize, smashing the Tiny to bits. Tiny holding on to his BKB for now. Finally will pop it as the AM comes in. 23 Savage turns his attention towards the AM. Jikroy is dead. Jikroy is down. FBZ is going to be next here as Inya Dream tucking tail and trying to run this Ember Spirit in a world of trouble as Ken now pops his BKB. He had a region rune running the entire time and he's not done yet. They are going to look for Talil as well on the Muerta. And my god, it's a full 5-man wipe that's going to open up Roshan here for Grindback. As Ken, oh, he spotted out Jikroy. He sees Jikroy. He's gonna try and go for this. The Vortex cannot cancel, the counterspell cannot cancel the Vortex because it's AoE, and they found the Anti-Mage. Once again, Grindback find Jikroy, slaughter him, and that's probably gonna be what they were waiting for. Now you're gonna go hit high ground, and there's no Anti-Mage with his defense for 90 seconds. Oh, Grindback, they just might have found the opening. They're gonna try and fight though. FPZ goes in with the onslaught, trying to buy some time, but there's Ken once again with the Vortex, and they cannot protect this FPZ Primal Beast either. He is dead in your dream. Doesn't commit, he doesn't have the BKB, so he doesn't feel safe going in. I mean, he's got the Aghanim Scepter, but he really needs the BKB this game to do something, essentially. The Ken goes in, Vortex out onto the Muerta. He has been chained up, but there's the BKB coming in. Ball dropped in, slowing the Muerta. Glimmer Cape now given over by Barish. The Ken is dropping low. Still has the BKB going on though, and he will be able to get out. 23 Savage goes and finishes off the Dalul Muerta. Now, in your dream, in the backline's getting hexed up. However, does have a Remnant. Will Remnant backwards. One more Remnant at the ready. Oh, the Tiny in some trouble. There's the Frostbite. 10 seconds remaining here on the Aegis. They're not going to kill off 23 Savage. Instead, they're going to wait. Savage is BKB coming off cooldown. Will he press it? 1 second remaining on the Aegis. They've killed off the Tiny. What perfect timing coming in from REKONIX. They will also fight the egg. Can get a try and salvage the situation on the Storm. Goes in with the Vortex. There's the Vacuum coming in from Nico. Can he solo this fight? The freezing field coming through, but Nico's got the BKB, so he is fine. Everyone from REKONIX is dropping low, but no one dying just yet. And now it's in your dreams time to shine. Everyone's gone, and it's time for the Ember to start cleaning up, start earning that paycheck. And in your dream, hit by the Solar Mine, slowed to a crawl, but it will end it. He has another Remnant. He's going to chase forward, try and look for the Keeper of the Light. Lotus Orb coming back off cooldown will be popped, dispels the chains. And now Ken going back in with the last remaining bits of his mana, trying to clean up this fight. He's level 25 on the Storm, but there's the Pulverize coming through. He tried to save a Scottle, mission successful, but at what cost? Looking for any type of opening at this point. Gonna drop down buyback status as it becomes important. They found Crystal Maiden, but she's got the buyback. It's okay. 23 Savage, though, needs to be careful here. Lotus Orb is there, preventing the Pulverize from coming through. FBZ tries to turn his attention onto someone else, but doesn't BKB in time. The Pulverize ends up getting broken. I don't know if that was a toss onto the Cottle or the toss onto the Primal Beast, but either way, the Pulverize is gone. Looks like Grindback will be able to disengage here. Oh, that smoke coming out by REKONIX, they have to be so careful. Varish, he did buy back for this. They're going to spot out AM in the mid lane. The Hex is going to be there along with the blue hole. The Vortex comes through from the Storm as they find the Primal Beast as well. That's 2 cores dead for 90 seconds, and that just might be the game because the Anti-Mage bought out a Butterfly. He did not have buyback, and now Talol, a poor Muerta, surrounded by 5 dire heroes, will be bought down as well. And I think that for the Anti-Mage to come back, there is a world where they can still fight back. You do have pretty solid base defense between the Muerta, the CM, and the Ember, but the problem is, it's just whenever you venture outside the fountain, you're gonna get dove like that. I mean, they've just got so much initiation on the side of Grindback. As in your dream, you can see he's slowed to a crawl. GG is gonna be called. They know they have no buybacks and no chance of holding on to this, as game 1 will go the way of Grindback. Man, it looked like REKONIX had this, but Grindback, that one fight around the river. Into Jikroy, and Jikroy, the only hero he has to worry about on the enemy team is the Storm Spirit. That's the only real threat there is. I imagine he's going to pick up the Manta style at some point because he's against the Phoenix and a Kotal. He's going to be getting himself the Aghanim Scepter as well, just so he can be more survivable in fights and infest inside someone. As down bottom, a bit of a 1v1 between Nico and Jikroy. Good glimpse coming out towards the tail end there, but Jikroy will pay with his life. Q gets the return kill. Varish, can he find a kill here? He could, it'd be good. Q did try to cancel out the clarity with a right click, and while he does so, it still costs him his life. Varish, the enemy team wants to try and do by virtue of providing heals and repels. As mid lane, they will find a Phoenix. Ollie this time around does end up dropping. Power Rune did go the way of the Storm. No, wait, who did go? Wait, what? Who got the Power Rune? Okay, it was an Illusion Rune that was denied by the Disruptor. In your dream, it's gonna TP over. They're gonna try and bring down Nico on the Omni Knight, who does not have any points in the repel. Nico, he's got a wand, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to save him. In your dream with the haste rune makes quick work of the Omni. Of opportunity, how much are the other heroes gonna hurt? Well, question for the philosophers and a question for later, because for now, the Kotal is dying in the mid lane. Ollie tried to sunray up his position 4 hero, but couldn't really save him. The disable has been used, and your dream tries to TP out. That is bold. Ends up dying. Could have maybe lived if he just remnanted away, popped a fairy fire, but you do want to try and make something happen in this game, but the problem is that whenever you're playing against a Disruptor, a Storm, it's always risky to zip in because you cannot Ball Lightning dodge the glimpse. Anyway, speaking of the Disruptor, Static Storm has been used down bottom. Nico not going to be able to survive. This might just be a bit too much damage with 4 heroes around, and a glimpse back onto the Phoenix prevents any chance of trying to protect the Omni. Ken, though, he's here. Gonna find someone. Maybe pick up a stray Disruptor, but yeah, it's unlikely given the fact that there's only 2 heroes around from Grindback. 23 Savage continuing to 500, 400 gold? Yeah, 400 gold. Oh, somebody ended up dying. It's gonna be the Disruptor. That's gonna be quite happy. And we spoke about them going on the Primal Beast. Well, there it is. The Vortex is gonna be here. Is there a toss available to cancel the onslaught? No, there is not. FPC does make it close enough to the Ember. There's the Pulverize coming out. 2 hits of the Pulverize is enough to get a return kill onto Ken, making it a worthwhile exchange. Grindback, though, gonna try and tip the scales a little bit, see if they can find Delul to sweeten things up. And in your dream, running around like a headless chicken, hoping to set something up. The Static Storm comes through, but there's no one else around. You lost your you've lost your Primal Beast, you've lost your Muerta. So probably waiting for Ken to come close. He actually gets spotted there by the tower. Blink is there along with the Avalanche. Still, they get the disable. It's enough, and they find the kill, even though the pathing from 23 Savage left much to... In your dream with the Invis, they're going to set something up. There's going to be the chains along with the Static Storm. They're going to try and find Ken. They don't have any... Wait a second. The repel actually comes through. Ken's going to be alive. Nico had enough range on that second. Did he actually go for the cast range? No. You can't get that on a strength hero. I guess he just had enough range with the repel. Right place, right time. And they end up finding the disruptor. Okay, mid lane pulverize out onto the storm. Repel available for Nico. He's not going to pop it right away because the shield rune was there, protecting the storm. And now the storm looking to go in, looking for a target, looking for In Your Dream. In Your Dream, those zips, remnants away. Doesn't zip away, that's what the storm does. And Delul in an intense Mexican standoff with the Storm Spirit, who's going to get glimpsed back there. Is going to be the Static Storm catching out the Tiny. The Guardian Angel does come through though, protecting 23 Savage along with the Repel. He's going to be alive here. The egg pops and now Delul in some trouble. He's going to be taken out. In Your Dream infested by Jikroy. Is trying to man up, but he's not able to do much. It's a very nice avalanche toss along with the Stun Ray and the Static Remnant. A 5-hack comes out from Delul, but it's too little and too late. Trying back. Oh, Ken zips in, spots out the disruptor. They're gonna take him out here. Varish ends up getting taken down and... Oh, I hear a pulverize. It's out onto Nico on the Omni Knight. There's a Lotus Orb out upon him, but it's not enough. He's still gonna die. The chain stuns are perfect. On the Omni Knight, he's playing around this top part of the map, trying to hold on to his tier 1. Mid lane, though, Static Storm drop to try and save the Ember. He gets taken out. 23 Savage, gonna look for more. They're gonna find the Disruptor as well. Oh, Disruptor once again getting caught out by Ken on the Storm. However, Jikroy needs to be careful. Rage does come out. There's the Pulverize out onto the Tiny. The Guardian Angel's there though this time around to protect the Tiny for the time being. Egg also ends up exploding. However, seems like REKONIX don't want to let go of Grindback so easily. Avalanche toss. Can they find Jikroy? Yes, they can, but 23 Savage will lose his life. So far, it's a 2-for-2 exchange. A carry and pose 5 for a carry and pose 4. Ken gonna try and tip the scales in the favor of Grindback though, as Delul. Oh, that shot does connect. Ken feared up. There's the Vortex coming through as they get killed, as they're able to kill off the Primal Beast. In Your Dream though, looking to clean up this fight. Scott the Muerta, that shot flying through as he's gonna try and take out Nico, but Nico actually turning with the help of the Hammer of Purity and the Purification. A lot of damage out onto In Your Dream. Mage Slayer comes out again. Spirit Vessel upon Ollie. The second death shot comes through, sir. There's been a second death shot and it's hit the Muerta, it's hit the Phoenix. As the Muerta will fall eventually, but Nico manning up. In Your Dream, he's got a Slight. He's got another Spirit Vessel in a bit. He's got a Remnant as well, as he's gonna try and 1v1, but just backs away. He does have some mana remaining still, but I don't think you want to go back into the Sonic Knight, buddy. You're probably not. There's Nico. Well, there's the BKB and the Guardian Angel. The egg, okay, will explode. The Ember not able to provide enough right clicks to take it down, although FBZ, his BKB runs out and they find him in the end. So far, it's Delul dead and FBZ gone. Ken gets another Chakra Magic, zips in, looking towards the Ember. Varish does have the Static Storm, but holding on to it. Doesn't want to pop it on a hero with an Aegis. Would rather just leave his Ember to die as he gets hexed. Where did the Hex come from? Who the hell had that? Okay, that's Ollie on the Phoenix who had it. And they're going to be able to finally again take a slow team fight. You're playing into a lot of these things with Magic Immunity and whatnot, so can't really fight in one go as well. The BKB comes through. In Your Dream dropping low. There's the Pulverize coming out from FBZ. Tries and turns towards 23 Savage, but there's the Guardian Angel protecting the Tiny for now. FBZ trying to trample away. Nico hot on his tail. The Omni Knight trying to make quick work of the Primal Beast. It's not quick. It's taking quite a lot of time. In fact, there's a Static Storm out onto the Storm. FBZ will actually live. Buyback comes out from In Your Dream. What the hell is Jikroy up to? Jikroy's got another Regen and Infest used up as he's trying to turn things around and focus 23. Mid lane, Hex out onto the Muerta as the Muerta silences up the Storm and the Phoenix. Glimpse back onto Nico. Jikroy wants to try and go for this Omni Knight, but the barriers are there. The Solar Crest along with the Repel protects the Omni Knight for now, and Jikroy is just forced to disengage. And well, Pulverize coming in from FBZ, instantly cancelled by the Avalanche, and now the Vortex is going to be the Infest to try and protect the Primal Beast, but it's not enough. Now 23 Savage with the Guardian Angel trying to live, but the damage is still coming through. A lot of this magic damage is still going through courtesy of the Ember Spirit and the Radiance Burn. And well, Ken has to be careful now. BKB coming back up in 2 seconds. He cannot afford to get stunned. There's the Avalanche Toster coming out of the Lifestealer. He is gone. Jikroy is down. And man, in your dream now left to tuck tail between his legs and run an ultra kill here for Ken. Buyback from Jikroy, grind back. This is the dream situation for them. Drop, they're going to try and fight under this here. Trying to pop the smoke. Blink is in by 23 Savage. He's into the trees, however. Spots on the Disruptor. There's the Avalanche. Quick 2-shot on the Disruptor. No more Static Storm for this fight. The Primal Beast now turned into a pig. A better suited form perhaps for him. But Nico in some trouble. Dropping low. BKB, Guardian Angel, Repel. He's surviving. The Holy Lock and Heal is there. They will keep the Omni Knight alive now. And in the meantime, Ken cleans up the second support. The Muerta is gone. In your dream, in some trouble. No buyback on the Ember. He cannot afford to die here, but die he will. And perhaps so will the hopes of all the Indonesian fans as Grindback have. So you need to separate their heroes. You need to wait for them to use some of their spells, and that's when you can perhaps strike. And strike is one with your Static Storm, with your Pulverize and whatnot. Well, they're gonna try and make a go for the Primal Beast. The Hex is there. Somebody needs to dispel that Blood Thorn, otherwise it's gonna pop. Yeah, and pop it does. They will get rid of the Primal Beast and the Ember. Oh my god, and they get the Muerta as well. That's it. GG is called. The hopes of an entire country come to an end here in TI15 Southeast Asia qualifiers as REKONIX lose 2-0 to Grindback, but Grindback